Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another videos. Manchester United are in the race to sign Jude Bellingham in the summer. So this is coming from the David Orsley. So I'm gonna read it out the news for you, and then we are going to discuss it. Okay. So many clubs lining up bids for Jude Bellingham. Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Real Madrid likely to be primary contenders if 19 years old exits Dortmund. Price expected to 150 million euros. Okay, he's continue. Jude Bellingham is one of the Europe's top most converted players, and his future is very likely to come to ahead in the coming months. Okay, and not so long ago, Manchester United would have been viewed as outsiders for the Jude Bellingham, but things are changing in the red half of Manchester, with Erik ten Hag's team in impressive form in the league, and Glazers are trying to sell. If a sale happens in the coming weeks, don't rule out United being the teams to have the money to do this deal. Whether or not that is a move Jude Bellingham wants remains to be seen. So basically, if the sales happen, if the Glazer can the Glazer can sell Manchester United to the new owner. If that happen, we are in the race to sign Jude Bellingham, or we are gonna try to beat the other contender to sign Jude Bellingham for 150 million euros. Sometimes the sources can be so so confusing, because the other days I read the article from Rob Dawson, ESPN. He claimed that even though there would change, even though there is a new owner for Manchester United can spend big amounts of money in the summer, because we have to be very careful not to break any rules or regulation when it comes to FFP. So this is we have to very careful when it comes to spending big money in summer. And before the January transfer window, I read article from the Telegraph. I think it is a Jason Bart who wrote it, or Jason Bart, or I don't know, someone else wrote from there. I can remember. I think most of you remember that they are claimed that United can spend much money in the summer, because there wasn't a big sale from the club, and there wasn't a couple of seasons we were out of the Champions League, which means we don't have enough incomes, and we have spent hundreds of millions of euros. So there is no balance when it comes to all kinds of income sources for Manchester United. That's why we cannot spend in the summer, even there could be a change, even there is a new owner at the end of the season. So that is confusing. Now, David Orstein claimed that we could be in the race to sign Jude Bellingham. So for me, it's a bit confusing. But even if we can spend, even if we are going to spend a big money, or 150 million euros for Jude Bellingham, we have to think about very carefully, because Bellingham or the midfield is not the only position we need to upgrade with the new players, with the new quality players. We all know that our priority signing in the summer is a center forward position, which is likely to be Victor Osimhen at the moment. So if we actually want to sign Victor Osimhen, it could cost 120 million euros, because Napoli bought him from the line over 70 million euros. So at the moment, a current form of Victor Osimhen, who's scoring loads of goals along the Marcus Rashford, there is no way they are going to let this player go less than 100 million. So let's say even if we can negotiate for 100 million euros for Victor Osimhen, so we're gonna spend 100 million on Victor Osimhen, and we're gonna spend another 150 million on Jude Bellingham. So that could be 250 million euros. So we could have we might finish top 4 at the end of the season. So we might claim or some of the money from the Champions League football, but I don't think we could make a money from the sales of our player. So there is at least 3 or 4 players we need to sell. So even if those players can sold in the summer, I doubt that we could make 50 million euros. So it is very difficult to spend much money, in the summer. So I don't think we can sign Jude Bellingham, even though we now the reason we are in this conversation, in this race to sign Jude Bellingham alongside with the other European giants, is because there could be a new owner, and then we are performing very well at the moment, so we can attract the players. So we all know that Jude Bellingham is Liverpool is the closest club for Jude Bellingham the last summer, because they are so well performing, and then they have the chance to play for European Champions League. So Jude Bellingham could be Jude Bellingham was very close to sign Liverpool if Liverpool are going to offer 100 million. But right now at the moment things are changing. Liverpool are struggling to finish top 4 at the end of the season, because now they are in the 8th place. I'm not saying they couldn't reach. I think they can, but it is difficult for them because there is a Newcastle, there is a Tottenham Hotspur, and we are a bit ahead of them. So for Liverpool, it is very hard to compete with them. So I'm not saying 100% ruled out, but I think Liverpool can challenge top 4 spot at the end of the season. So it is difficult to sign for Liverpool, even though they have 150 million euros to spend on a Jude Bellingham, because there is no attractive competition for Jude Bellingham. If you want to sign Jude Bellingham, you need to attract with the Champions League football or European football, right? That's why I think we have a great opportunity to finish top 4 at the end of the season. So this could be a huge opportunity to sign Jude Bellingham, because we can attract with the European football, and then we could have a new owner at the end of the season, which means we can spend money as much as Dortmund want, but we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful because we are likely to break FFP regulations if we sign big amount of money in the summer. That's why most of the article claims that we couldn't spend any money or any big amount of money. So that's why, in my opinion, I don't think we are going to sign Jude Bellingham, even though we have enough money and we can attract him, because of FFP regulation. We're gonna be very careful. So our priority is not midfielder. Actually, our priority is a midfielder and a center forward. When it comes to those two different positions, the priority one is a center forward, because we don't have a center forward. I don't think we are going to sign permanently via Focus at the end of the season, even though he is doing great job as a center attracting midfielder. But we need center forward. That's why I think we would try. We may going to try to sign with the Ocean for 120 million euros. But I'm not sure about Jude Bellingham. Instead of trying to sign Jude Bellingham for 150 million euros, I think it could be a choice. It could be a great opportunity or great decision to try to sign Frankie de Jong for 85 million euros. That I think he just stayed 25, and Eric Ten Hag know him very well. So that's why I think instead of Jude Bellingham, right, we might end up with the Frankie de Jong, which is a fantastic choice for us. But the problem is, De Jong is not interested in signing for Manchester United because he left the Barcelona, according to the reports, according to the situation in the last summer. I'm not sure actually, I'm not sure yet, but that's my opinion. So I don't think we are going to sign Jude Bellingham, not because there is big money, because we are most likely to break FFP regulation according to some reports. Even though I don't want to believe that, because our club is big wages. A lot of players are being paid, getting paid, millions of euro for a year, and there are a lot of workers. So our club is a big spend. The problem is that we don't have any income except from the merchandising, ticket sales. We don't have any big money from the selling the players. That's the big mix, and we couldn't spot in the Champions League spot the last couple of seasons. That's why I don't think we're going to sign Jude Bellingham, even though we are in the race to sign him. Of course, there is a Real Madrid, there is a Manchester City, there is a Liverpool. So we have to wait and see what happens. But I don't think we are going to sign Jude Bellingham in the summer. So what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think we should go and try to sign Jude Bellingham, or we should sign another alternative option for Eric Ten Hag and Manchester United? Make sure you comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.